Greetings and salutations, Goat World. If you're awake with me today, it is now bright and early. We're about to get started of the finals of the GOAT Format Championship number 19. What a great day yesterday. What an exhilarating day. I had a chance to look back at some of that stream, and oh man, there was some great matches, but we got some great matches lined up for you guys today. This is the top 16. So before we get started, it should be launching in approximately 10 minutes if I am correct. I don't know, it's bright and early over here on the West Coast. Shout out to all my West Coast viewers out there. Hold up, let me make sure all my stuff is good to go. I think we're looking good to go. I don't know if you can hear me. I don't know if you can see me, but I believe that we are live. I don't know if my sound is working. Someone let me know if I'm out here just babbling incoherently. It's still a little early. I haven't had any caffeine on board, but guess what? We're going to be locked and loaded all day long. GOAT format action. A champion will be crowned today. But before we start, I'm going to go ahead and pull up these top 16 decks. We're going to check them out. They are on the website. I'm sure everyone has had opportunity to do that, to include all these players that are playing in this event. Real quick, here is the top 16. We have do 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 do. We have Ivan Aglamone. I'm not sure what the Aglamone user, but he's playing the turbo deck. We got Rydad, Twee, LeBounty, Gerhardt, Campos, Fancy Diesel, Ghost Rider 15, Vark 7, ShamWow, Gia 76, Shifty, Raikoko 7, World Gone Mad, and Delinquent. So it's gonna be some absolute bangers of some GOAT format Yu-Gi-Oh matches taking place today. So make sure you guys keep it locked. Stay tuned. But real quick, we're just gonna do a quick impromptu, how do you say, impromptu spice report, on the fly. Just looking at these decks, do a quick snapshot analysis before we go into these games. They should be firing off, like I said, in approximately 8 minutes. The duels will begin. So if you're just finding the stream, make sure you guys are tuning in, keeping it locked. Here we go. In the number one seed, no surprise, you know what I'm saying? We have Ivan Rosito playing the Chaos Turbo strategy. Okay, he's a Chaos main. That's all he plays. He believes he's a Chaos Turbo purist, But this deck he's playing, he's obviously, you know what I'm saying, he's doing it very well. He got the three Decoys in there, bringing that back. The two Gravekeeper spy, keeping the assailants in there with the card D, going back to that. But if you notice this trap lineup, he's kind of got a little bit of this. This is what I would call spice in Ivan's mind. You know what I'm saying? And speaking Ivan, he's got the two solemn judgments, which he believes is very ultimate. He's got the jar of greeds. He's got the 1-and-1 discard trap. He's kind of been preaching that from the high points, trying to get that becoming more standard. So I think it's a cool deck, and also this player is just absolutely phenomenal. I had a chance to reach out to him this morning, and he was saying that the age of trap does shoot is over in his mind. He believes that trap does shoot is a liability more often than not, especially in these larger fields. So he opted to not use the card in any capacity in all of the 55. So he's definitely a player that you look out for as far as trend settings and whatnot. So definitely keep an eye on what this duelist can do, trying to go for a double back-to-back GFC title. Not back-to-back, but be one of the two times. It's very rare to have two of these titles. Speaking of titles, we have Ghost Rider coming in at the number 2 seed, trying to break the stigma, break the mold, and become a GFC champion, getting the crown, end all the stigma, playing that massive Darkness Turbo deck that he's been playing this whole season with a very aggressive side. I don't want to waste too much time on to go back and look at some of the other stuff and see what Ghost Rider's doing. I will be secretly rooting for this duelist because I want all the stigma to end. I want this duelist to go ahead and put it all behind him and get a crown. So we'll be looking at what Ghost Rider 15 is doing. Going down to the number 3 seed, we got Shifty. Shifty is an FLC champion. Shifty does play Turbo very well. Shifty is a good duelist, also playing the 2 Solemn Judgments, 2 Jar of Greed, sticking with the 2 discard traps. So maybe if you are a Turbo player up and coming, this might be some of the ratios you might need to look into. So if you're playing Turbo and you want to get better, always kind of look at what these duelists are doing and kind of imitate and duplicate and you might get some of the same effects that they're doing. So we'll see if Shifty can be an FLC GFC champion. That is also a very rare air. You get a two-time in the building. Okay, speaking of another champion, we got LeBounty in the building trying to do the same thing. It's so ironic. You got three of the 4 are all champion level players. Ghost Rider is definitely a champion level player, and we got LeBounty trying to also be a GFC, FLC, SJC, etc. champion back on the Warrior strategy. I think this is really cool seeing old school players doing what they do best, playing the Warriors. He picked up Turbo for a while. Hope he put that junk right on back down and keep with the Warriors. You ride the horse that got you there, and he has the potential to go ahead and also secure the GFC title. Main decking the spirit, side decking the spirit reapers and the magician of fate. We saw that used to great effect on the stream yesterday as well. I think this is pretty cool, man. I think it's pretty cool, very solid. We'll do a more in-depth evaluation of these decks. But here's the deck everybody wants to see. Here's the deck everybody doesn't want to see. Nobody wants to play against this deck. Nobody wants to use this deck. But we got Campos playing Gun. Okay, we got D-Mock launch in the finals, undefeated yesterday. Incredible, incredible run that Campos is doing. He got it teched out nice with these soul exchanges and the mass driver combination. I think that's really cool. Looking out for this, but he does have the ability to shadow into the other decks. These decks are all open, obviously, so these duelists know exactly what they're going to be getting into going into it. So definitely look out for the Gun. Nobody wants to play against Gun. We got World Gone Mad coming in. Oh my goodness, everybody's gonna be watching World Gone Mad with bated breath. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people love him, a lot of people hate him. You know what I'm saying? But that's WGM. He's in the building representing well. He's going to shed up a lot of doubters because if he can manage to get a major title, it's going to really negate a lot of the things and stigmas that they have to say against this duelist and his dueling prowess. Playing a chaos control deck, so I'm going to be rooting for all the chaos control players. As you know, I love me some goats and goat format, and he's got an interesting build here, and I'm assuming that he's playing it well. Teched out very nicely for this rogue field of a different OTK and FTK style strategies. Okay, going down to ShamWow again, playing a pretty standard chaos turbo deck. We saw him on the stream as well, playing a pretty solid, looking good. We got Dad. I love this deck as well. I can't pronounce that. Rahadiad. I think this is just Goat. We're gonna call him Goat. Goaty. You know what I'm saying? Doing well with some Tom Abyss engine with triples aboard creature swap. This deck look like I can get busy as well. I love to see some premature when I see this Aquaman over here. But you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to do what you got to do. You got the tomatoes, you got the Abyss, you got the Zabors, you got some swaps, you got solemn judgments. I think it's interesting. I mean, obviously it's doing well. You made it to where you are right now, so it's only going to be great. And I'm definitely going to be watching out what the homie girl Pui is doing. Shout out to Pui, definitely a spice queen in the building. You know what I'm saying? Playing this aggro burn panda, one panda, kind of taking some of the Shane theory and adapting it to her own way, playing, switching to a monarch thing. I think one of the benefits of not having the decks being exposed was being allowed to, excuse me, was being allowed to do a transition shot side, and she took full advantage of that. Also, we'll see what Please got going on. And then we have Gia 76 playing the warrior strategy. Oh my goodness, I wish I'd have started this a little bit earlier so I could have got more in depth, but we're kind of running behind the time, and we're going to get this bad boy started. So I'm just going to show all these decks real quick before we start. And then we have Delinquent playing the Reason Gate strategy with the Cannon Soldier. She was using that thing so eloquently yesterday on the stream. Very cool, teched out card. Oh my goodness, this deck is nice as well. Oh man, oh man. But it looks like we're getting up to it. We're getting up to it. We have 2 minutes left until we start. Make sure you guys get on in here, and as you come in, make sure you start liking the stream and all that. But I'm just going through these decks before we get pumped up in before we get going. So we got Delinquent playing the Reason Gate strategy. We got Fancy Diesel playing Chaos Turbo as well. I think he lost to Gun, if I'm not mistaken. Other than that, he would have been undefeated as well going into this going to the next day. So that's unfortunate, and that's who Fancy Diesel is playing up against again. So he will have the opportunity to get some redemption, if I'm correct. I could be misspeaking as well. I did watch a lot of games yesterday. Then we have new user Gerhat. I'm not sure what this duelist playing Chaos Turbo, keeping the trap dust shoots in there. We'll see if those benefit or if Ivan's theory is correct. We'll see how that goes. And then we have Raikoko playing Chaos Turbo, also using a very Highlander style trap lineup, deciding to main deck the mind control. That probably has some great benefits yesterday, great dividends if you played a lot of Chaos Turbo. Also electing to use the Jowgen. So one of the only duels I've seen use the Jowgen and Spirituals in this event, and maybe it paid dividends as well. There's a lot of cat. There was a lot of Reasoning Gate. There's a lot of alt-land kind of stuff in this event yesterday. So we'll be seeing what's going on here. And then we got in the 15th seed, we have Varg 7 playing a cool Go Control deck. Got the Aquaman in here. You got the Premature Burial to go with it. Got some creature swap. This deck is also quite nasty as well. It's very similar to what Push and P and those GOAT format Latina guys have been doing. Very cool deck. Then we have Algo Limone playing the Chaos Turbo strategy, kind of vintage ratios as well. Got the 2 jars, 2 wing, 2 dust shoot. All right, so these are the top 16. I wanted to wake up a little earlier and do a little bit of analysis and whatnot, but I guess I got on the ball a little too late, and we are about to get this thing started. I think we're having some issues with Dueling Book. All right, so I'm gonna do this thing on the fly. We're gonna hop in. I'm gonna see if I can get my sound working again. We're gonna get Maskis back in the building. We're gonna get Scully back in the building. We're gonna get this thing rocking. I hope you guys are locked and loaded and ready to go because it's gonna be nonstop pulse pounding goat format action all day. Let's see if I can get my thing to open back up without absolutely doxing myself. Matter of fact, I think I might have to take a quick break. We're gonna get everything sorted and then we're gonna jump on into it. Let's see if I can get somebody to DM me some directions. You know what I'm saying, and get it rocking. Uh, um, Okay. Okay. So we're gonna see what's we're gonna see what's what it is and what it's gonna be and what's happening. Let me take a quick break, just real quick, so I don't put all my personal information on this stream, just for the briefest of seconds, just one second. Right. All right. And just like that, and just like that, we're back. Oh, this is not right. This is the wrong thing. See, I end up doing it anyway. Okay, you guys weren't supposed to see that. That was some war league activity right there. All right, all right. So it appears. Let's see if I can get some. Let's see if I can get some support. I think we're about to get started. I think Dueling Book might be down, folks. I think Dueling Book is on the ropes. I think Dueling Book is having issues. That might be what's going on, if I'm not mistaken. I can't get in. We can't get in. We can't get in. Okay, we are trapped in the outer realm. I cannot get into Dueling Book. Oh my goodness, it was going so smooth for us yesterday, folks. We were blessed. We were blessed to have a good working quality Dueling Book situation, and we are being absolutely sandbagged right now by Dueling Book. Shout out to Dueling Book again. I can't hate on what Dueling Book is doing. They're providing a great service for us and makes it a lot easier to do these kind of things. But you know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah. Let me see. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. This is not good, folks. This is bad. I will go on the record to say that this is bad. I am not logged on anywhere else. Maybe I am. Let's see. Oh, I am logged on. I am in. I'm in. I'm in. Can you hear me? Am I here? Mascus, are you there with me? Hmm. I'm having some technical difficulties. Oh my goodness. Testing 1 2 3. Mayday breaker 19. Oh my goodness, dude. I hate technology. I swear I do. And it would happen right now. Um, I believe the duels have already started, and I'm having a technical difficulty trying to get my co-host in the building, and it is. I don't want to reset my entire situation because that would just be unfortunate. Um, let's see. Sorry, gang. I am. Hmm. This is so embarrassing. Good grief. Good grief. Good grief, man. Hmm. Oh, just give me 1 second. I'll come back to it.